Fly can play, but we do see a follow-up of Jayce here for DuDu in the top side.
And Hanwha Life's team composition, it strikes me as quite peculiar, mostly because it's very hard to get setups with these lanes. Obviously, they do have quite some potency in mid, Lisa and Twisted Fate against Zoe, but Fly's just going to take Cleanse, probably Spellbook as well in-game, and things get very, very difficult. And in the later stages of the game, they're very prone to the all-in that Afreeca has going for them. It's not like Jayce and Twisted Fate kite back very well, even though they have the option to. It's not their forte. Lee Sin doesn't do a whole good job at that. So while Ezreal and Braum can answer it a little bit, it is definitely a bit surprising. Kennen, Trundle, Zoe, Kalista, and Nautilus. It's going to be the team composition. Very sinful.
Yeah, One Direction, and it's forward.
Not the band. Yeah,
yes, not the band, so we always have to mention that because we know you're all very excited for One Direction.
I think in regards to how Hanwha Life's team composition is, it's honestly fine because Hanwha Life's also is straight out of solo queue. It just looks like everyone picked their favorite champions and threw it in together.
Kind of does feel that way. Except they're picking like relatively high tier stuff.
Yeah.
And not like, you know, I don't know, Shaco top AP or something like that.
All right.
I don't know. You know, just gives me flashbacks every time you mention solo queue. But looks like we're ready to go into this one. Game 2 of Afreeca versus Hanwha Life. Hanwha Life have some proving to do. Game 1 was not pretty. That was not a game we're going to remember as a good one for them. Got him. Looks like he has scorch too. You see that little bit of health that he lost?
Yeah.
I'm getting excited.
Definitely, yeah.
Let's take a look at the runes.
Well, Corrupting Potion for TF and Jayce.
There's a lot of minion dematerializer nowadays.
Honestly, that Ezreal skin is very nice. I like it. Yep.
Okay.
Need to get that in onesie form, sort of.
Onesie form?
Doesn't it look like it? Isn't that isn't that pajamas? Right?
It is pajama. I forget the name of it, but something to do with pajama Ezreal.
Okay. Oh, is it Star? No. No, not Star.
No.
Oh, man. Yeah, I forgot the skin name. Well, whatever. Get it in the shop.
Of it.
Get yours today.
That's not too expensive. Probably by now. You might want to check it out. Just go ahead and open up your League of Legends and go into the store.
Honestly, I really love the colors. The blue and white really reminds me of one of my favorite icons.
Reminds you of Afreeca?
I was going to go with the Prime icon, but not a big deal.
Okay.
And I like how that, Viper did choose the blue and white, which is Afreeca's colors.
He did. He's trying to, inch out every little bit of taunt that he can have to the enemy team. We saw a lot of that from Mystic when he was playing Ezreal in the last game. Dancing in the mid lane. We've seen some pretty oppressive Kalista play so far in summer. She has been moving up the ranks in terms of, pick ban.
And what I want to see most here in particular is how Lava manages to pilot the Twisted Fate in mid. He has Spellbook. He has the teleport. I doubt that we're going to see any hybrid Twisted Fate, given that we are in the LCK, of all places. Lee Song is just going to now transition into what it looks like is full clearing. His jungle is going to be the option here. Trundle, likewise.
Yeah.
Just going with some full clears.
Spirit isn't sinning this time around, so it's going to be even here on CS. They'll probably just split the Scuttle Crabs and go for that. I was talking about impressiveness of Kalista. She is 6th in terms of presence, but she's only been played in 13 games. She's 9-4, so a very good record so far for Kalista in the LCK 2020 summer. And is definitely an AD carry that gets kind of lost in the mix a lot. We don't mention her too much. It's a lot of Ezreal, Aphelios, and sometimes I don't remember any of the other AD carries actually. So.
Ezreal, Aphelios, Kalista.
Yeah, she's like number 3.
You know.
But often fans.
Senna. And all right, well, a bit of a strong trade happening down here, down in bottom. Ben and Mystic lead by about 3 CS right now. After Viper, we assume that he'll get all of these minions. Meanwhile, in mid, not a whole lot is going on. Lava is down 1 corrupting potion, but that's not the end of the world. The junglers are just farming, and Infernal's up in 30 seconds.
Someone needs to make a compilation video of you just saying, there's not a whole lot going on right now in the beginning of LCK games. Like, it happens like every game, I swear. As, well, Lava is
getting spaced on really hard.
What does that mean?
Well, so he's spacing.
Oh, just good spacing, like good positioning from the Zoe. I thought it was.
I guess
like,
they don't teach you these terms down there.
I don't know.
I
felt like maybe I was, it was like a boomer moment for me. Like,
well, it was for sure.
It was like you were saying, he was space jamming him or something.
No, definitely not.
Oh, okay.
Well,
I thought maybe that's what the cool kids are saying nowadays, but I wouldn't know anything about it. Oh man. Well, there's not a whole lot going on in this early game.
And at this point, we're just mostly waiting to see if anything will change. All the junglers are just continuing to power farm. Not a whole lot of activity.
Interesting setup. They're going to try to burst down Cad as he gets over the wall, but he has flash. And it looks like one of those autos was canceled. I wonder if that would have been the kill because of press the attack. Might have made that third attack give him the little bit of a bonus. But Cad will get away.
And so, very unfortunate there for Afreeca. They will immediately turn this into an Infernal Drake capture. Big trade down here onto the Lehends. Ooh, but Mystic did not activate Rend. And so Lehends is going to manage to get away there unscathed. This is going to be the Infernal Dragon going down. You see the pings onto it as well. Fly still has yet to recall. Twisted Fate now ahead in the CS department. And Fly went for Electrocute instead of Spellbook on Zoe, and honestly, I just really don't understand it. Especially not with the way the team comp is.
Yeah.
And who you're up against.
And this is why Spirit has to come mid to help push the wave. Otherwise, he would have got, a really hard lane state without teleport against teleport. And not just only teleport, but teleport with unsealed Spellbook for TF. So he's going to have a massive summoner lead in that lane.
You can see Lehends just trying to freeze the wave here.
I stole that minion.
Yep. For Viper. Just holding it. And now they are freezing. As DuDu places a control ward down there. And this is a very ugly lane state, obviously, for Mystic and Ben. So something definitely went wrong along the way. And this is a very big victory for Hanwha Life. If we're wondering how is Hanwha Life up 600 gold despite literally nothing happening, well, Twisted Fate's passive is pretty cool. That is pretty much it.
He's also up a bit of CS.
Yeah, so he's up in CS and he's up in passive, so that's where the majority of the gold's coming in. And honestly, I think that, well, now the wave is coming into Mystic and Ben, so they could actually pull the wave and then freeze it, especially because Dragon's not up for 3.5 minutes. But it looks like instead they want to invade and steal away the blue buff. They have Fly over here as well. Which sends a little bit of a trouble bubble. Doesn't make it double.
See what you did there.
Yeah, did you see what I did there?
Yeah.
I think it's time for a little bit of forbidden love. But first...
No. No time for that here in this game. We got action. And it's going to be a 3-on-1 up in the top side. But look at the rotation. Looks like they have an idea that this is coming in. DuDu trying to bait this one. And he will effectively be able to bait that first blood. It does go over to the Lee Sin as they do set up that gank.
And you could tell Kiin knew what was coming. He tries to Slicing Maelstrom and do whatever he could in that moment, but just not quite able to. Did end up using the Twisted Fate ultimate in order to partake in that event.
Oh, they're going to actually heal up against level 6 Kalista. A lot of things going wide, unfortunately, for Mystic there, but... yeah, and at the end of the day, it's not that big of a deal for the bottom lane of Hanwha Life. They did have to use a couple of summoners, heal, and actually Flash was used here by Viper and the exhaust from Lehends. So I suppose it was a bit of a better trade than I had first imagined. And now Afreeca are going to come over here and just casually steal away Shelly at 9.5 minutes. We'll see where they want to place that one down.
And, well, we take a look at this trade. Slicing Maelstrom doing a lot of damage. DuDu knocks the Kennen away. Twisted Fate coming in as well as Lee Sin. Hey, let's do this, let's do this. Use your ult now. Nice. Not too much else really being said there. Kiin once again losing in the laning phase, which is very surprising. Lee Sin really trying to sneak his way in here, trying to make something happen.
Kick.
Dragon kick available now. Can he land it? Well, that's horrible. That's not.
Yeah, you weren't a big fan of that play, LS.
Now the thing is,
they could still try to dive. Well, everything's gonna go wide. I mean, Kiin is still full health here, so he's trying to bait him in. And there it is. Cad coming over the wall with the kick, but do they have the damage? No, they do not. They almost got 1v2'd as DuDu gets extremely low. Down the bottom side, kick also wasted, and now here's Spirit, and they're just baited into it 100%. Cad is absolutely going to go down, and they put the kill onto the Kennen.
I told you in the draft select, Valdez, Lee Sin, AK literally silver with the execution. And also Zoe actually tagging along there, rolled Redemption.
Yeah.
So a very skilled.
Easy.
Yeah, very skilled.
It's very good at this champion. And how about a follow-up gank here? They're trying to bait the flash, and they get it.
Oh, lots of action.
Mystic is pretty low, but the immediate cleanse, and has to flash away from the slow that was coming in afterwards. The Q from Viper would have landed. And so Mystic getting a little bit too feisty there, as some gold handed over to Fly as well.
And Fly's actually very far ahead in the item department, and he can obviously thank his passive to that. Already has the Rod of Ages complete with the Merc Treads as well to boot. And Mystic right now, he's just trying to heal up with that Bilgewater Cutlass, trying to get to a healthy amount of HP. Lava does have the ultimate available. Viper and Lehends extremely healthy. Ocean Dragon is on the table. This is going to be very surprising. Kennen does not have Slicing Maelstrom available.
Oh, they're still going to go for it, though.
Yeah, he's still TPing.
They have the Dragon stopped the bubble. That's a little bit awkward, Lehends. And, well, Cad tried to get the kick, and he is going to trade his life for Mystic. So at the end of the day, I mean, it's not so horrible. You take out the 80 carry of the opposite side for your Lee Sinning self. They're going to stick around. And Fly says, well, I've got a nice amount of poke.
Oh,
and there you go. Kiin going to just go in and immediately take down that kill. Lehends in a lot of trouble here as well. Lava still very healthy, but he's not really able to do much at this point in the game. And they are going to be pushed back, but still Viper and Lava very healthy, and I don't think Afreeca can just go for the Dragon.
No, they're not going to go for it. They're all really low HP. Zoe must be sitting on, I would guess, 2,000 gold. I want to see a Ludens and a Tier 2 Boots picked up immediately on... Honestly, that was very rude by Viper.
That was a nice play.
Yeah, but it was still rude.
It was, yeah,
so, you gotta,
true. I mean,
they were just trying to recall. They were trying to go home to their families at the fountain.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, yeah,
they're best friends, even though he tricks them all the time.
He really does.
Into buying the wrong items. I don't know how they can be friends with that guy.
Yeah. The amount that he sells books for, absolutely outrageous.
내가 리신 탑이고 나 안 죽어. 나 안 죽어.
I'm not dead. I'm not dead. I'm not
He
dead.
knew already.
Yeah.
He's like, no, I'm fine.
Yeah.
You know?
He also has the
미드에
barrier.
좋은데?
Oh, that's true.
없어.
Nothing.
He was saying.
나
like,
배려 있어.
I think they were
I have
wondering
barrier.
If he
나이스.
had, like,
이거 탑
flash.
그대로 할래? 탑에 전력 깔래?
And right here, I mean, Hanwha Life, they try to start up the dragon. And the sleep does land onto Lee Sin, but the dragon helping out big time. Cad, I mean, he managed to squeeze his way in. That was so thin. There's a world where he just donks off and dies immediately. And then watch this. See the bubble? Jayce is like, yeah, I'd like to go to sleep.
Yeah, this game is putting me to sleep.
Yeah.
Literally. And he also put himself in such an awkward spot to just get slicing Maelstrom in the face.
Yep.
So, yeah, pretty awkward there. At the end of the day, it was actually the True Shot barrage from Viper that was part of the reason why they were able to easily secure the Dragon. Might have been able to get it anyway off of all the backs from Afreeca as they were very low. But still, it is going to be that one. And we do have Mountain Drake Soul coming in here.
Well, Mountain is going to be very unfortunate for the Jayce, who's going to be going,
Oh, he's like, not again. And he's going to stun them both up, and they're under the turret now with the exhaust. And that last hit is going to get the kill. And DuDu nearly goes down as Kiin just laughs in their face and nearly takes away 2. Lava just going to ghost away. I want to see the replay of that one. That was so thin, but he was able to make it work.
Well, he is greeting out of his mind right now.
Kiin knows.
Oh, man. Yeah, honestly, Viper is very rude. Every single time he's doing this.
Yeah, we need to put him in timeout.
Yeah.
He's really angry, you can tell. And, yeah, I mean, break it down for us, LS.
Well, they go in for the dragon kick. They all try to go in, but then DuDu gets locked up. Exhaust available on Kennen. And so manages to use it. And DuDu, I mean, he could keep going forward, but I'm pretty sure it would be a trade at that point.
Yeah, he would have.
So, Turtle Bell actually used a little bit late. Doesn't end up mattering.
뭐야.
Oh, what is this?
Yeah, it's almost like
Yeah.
Kiin is like disgusted. He's like, oh, what was that? Like,
Yep.
not impressed.
Lands a full Shock Blast. Now, he is behind in EXP. Oh.
Here's Cad again.
This is like going up against a duo queue.
Yeah.
Just constantly try to force it.
Kadudu, the two of them together. I mean, they played a lot together in the beginning. That was, you know, the new duo that was coming in for top and jungle.
The duo?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, perfect.
Yeah, nicely done. And the gold cap has been put down to a very small margin now. About 150 gold between the two top laners because of all the shenanigans. At least Cat is doing something, you know? It's better than him just sitting back and farming like we've seen out of some Lehends.
Well, at this point, Viper and Lehends are just trying to make it out of the landing phase. We'll see what Viper can do on Ezreal later on. And if he can manage to actually carry Mountain Dragon, 50%, or 50 seconds until Mountain Drake is going to come up. Kennen should have the Zhonya's Hourglass available for that. Or at least, at the very least, Stopwatch should be available, and Kiin does have Teleport available. So we'll see what he ends up doing here. If he just ends up recalling in that brush, okay, he will.
Yeah. Not much else happening down there. Just sitting back, relaxing.
Yeah.
And Fly, you know, he hasn't picked up a kill, but he's 004 right now.
Ooh.
Casually picking that one up. He's been very accurate with the skill shots so far.
Yeah.
On the Zoe, he has played 2 games of Zoe so far. He's 1-on-1. Looking to get above 50% today.
I mean, they're investing wards onto the left-hand side.
Oh, well, here you're just going to be stunned immediately. And DuDu is trying to die here. Down he goes.
What is everyone just...
And, well, there's a stopwatch. Cad is going to not get in position for the kick, as that might have been one of the worst they're going for it. Okay, well,
Viper trying to ult his own
redemption.
teammates.
Hey, he hit them. You know, it worked. Oh, man. What am I watching? That was,
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Yeah, it's like Pepe laugh and Pepe hands at the same time. Do we have to watch this?
If you're an Afreeca fan, it's Why People Happy.
True.
So
yes,
let's take a look at this. I'm not gonna say nice things about this because there's pretty much nothing really. It was handed to Kiin on a silver platter. This is like this is like installing a game nowadays compared to like 20 years ago.
Yeah.
20 years ago, you had to like put in the CD-ROM, enter the CD key. You know what I mean? But like, this is like download the client.
Yeah.
Would you like to
Sit back.
install the game? And he clicks yes.
He's like, yeah.
오케이.
Okay.
Okay.
살만할 것 같기도 하고.
I'm gonna live.
He's probably gonna live.
아, 나 일단 텔 탈 생각도 해볼게.
I can teleport later.
사한 것 같아.
Yeah.
I think I lived. He's like, oh, yeah, okay. Sure. Yeah, he wasn't really having any of that. Kiin, he's been bullied this game, that's for sure. But it's like, you know, those videos, the Justice Serve videos, where the bully stands up to the bully.
Yes.
That's what Kiin is doing.
Well, Kiin is honestly very, very strong right now in this game. Has magical boots and the amp tome in his pocket. They did pick up the mountain dragon, which is a bit of a nightmare for TF and for Jayce, as well. As well as Lehends even. Also, I have no idea why Ezreal
doesn't get pen.
He's going
right.
Yeah, Ezreal doesn't get pen. Twisted Fate doesn't typically get pen.
Yeah.
It's very hard for these champions to come by pen, and when you're building lethality, it does hurt when the opponents are just getting free armor resistances.
Yeah. Oh, again. There's 3 of them.
Oh my!
No, it's
just
2.
Close your eyes. Close them, Malthus.
Can I take it back? I don't want to see this again. Kiin is just running away.
Turn on the lights for me.
Oh, no. He has TP2.
Oh no!
Cat is here. He's like, oh, sorry. The principal has arrived. Stop this bullying. I just don't even know what to say. Like, they can't accept the fact that they're not going to kill Kiin. It's not going to happen. Just give up. You're not going to kill him.
We're watching Hanwha live. Managed to burn boiled water.
Yeah.
That's what we're actually seeing.
Yeah. I mean, you mentioned in the pick ban about picking TF for this team. And they have, you know, we've seen the result. They have struggled to make plays happen, unfortunately. Fly is just going to chunk the turret, so he's pretty good at that. And even though it's only like a 1,000 gold lead, they have Infernal and Mountain, which, you know, the Infernal's great for all the damage they have, and the nice amount of scaling, and then, of course, the Mountain we already talked about. So well, it's a bit more than just the 1,000.
Yeah, Hanwha Life, even if the gold score puts them at being somewhat even, they're not at all. The Lee Sin, so much worse than Trundle in a vacuum. The Jayce, in regards to the team compositions, so much worse than the Kennen in a vacuum. Twisted Fate, what is his purpose really in this game at this point? Because he can't split push. He doesn't team fight as well as Zoe. And the Ezreal, I mean, it all really falls onto him. We're going to divert your eyes for the book that's on Zoe. What healing is on Hanwha Life? Break it down for me, Dalton. The spellbook heal that Twisted Fate's going to get.
What?
That was weird. Yeah, I think they're trying to divert their eyes. I'm not Not totally sure.
Goes to the LCK arena, trying to infiltrate the stream. Yeah, Ezreal is going to get Death's Dance. That's not actually healing. Well, yeah, it's, you know, it's just a little bit of loss to Shopkeeper again. Shopkeeper,
Sometimes it happens.
He's a clever guy.
Yeah.
You know, you think he's your friend.
There you
but
go.
He's not, actually. As, well, Lehends is just going to hop away. They don't really lose anything for that. And a nice ultimate there from Viper. Nothing else really landing afterwards. And there is a decent amount of poke here on the side of Hanwha Life with Ezreal and the Jayce. And it was mostly Ben that ate all that poke. So he's just going to go back. Hanwha Life not running at the dragon or anything like that. So Afreeca have time.
Mystic can't take too much damage. I mean, now he does have the minions here, so he is going to be able to lifesteal back up. This again.
You know, I think they should try to gank Kiin again.
Yeah.
I think that might be the
Lava
play here.
does have teleport available, so we shall see. What?
Okay.
Okay. Oh!
Why?
That was a nice shot by DuDu.
Just as much damage.
Yeah.
And, well, Fly is not going that way. Actually,
It'll
I'll
end one.
pings to the right side.
Yeah. I'm actually very surprised that they haven't started up the dragon. Well, actually, Kiin needs to recall. Okay, that's what he's doing. And the ping goes down onto TF. He's going to TP in. I wouldn't even be surprised if it's a frontal teleport right into the heart of Hanwha Life if they really try to contest.
Spirit is taking a lot of damage, but that is going to be the Kalista getting that one. Mystic kind of wanted to go forward, but maybe just trying to push them away. And
Yeah.
that's another free Mountain Drake just given over to the side of Afreeca.
And this is the very awkward situation here. Are they going for 2 Morellos? I'm not going to make it.
Just put on your last stand. We need you to make it through the potential last game here.
My large sunglasses are necessary at this point.
Try to block your view. Yeah,
I have hope. I have hope that the blasting wand is going elsewhere.
you think so?
Yeah, I have.
Where else?
How
What do you think?
about a void staff? That would be okay.
Yeah, you're
Good,
going up
yeah.
against quadruple Merc Treads
Yeah.
and Death's Dance.
Yes.
So you definitely need Void Staff.
And do you know that Jayce has MR runes? Probably on him as well.
Yeah.
And Twisted Fate as well against Zoe is going to have MR runes. So definitely not bad. He could just pick up the Void Staff. If he picks up the Morello, I've lost faith. Is what ends up going on here. Because there is no healing to reduce. There is... Death Dance, no. Absolutely not.
Lehends W2 gets lifesteal.
True.
So you might want to cut some of that down.
And there's not a whole lot...
There it is. We got some expensive books. And that does feel like a lot of wasted gold, to be honest. That's 1,400 in both mid and top that are, you know, not really going to be doing anything, to be quite honest. They don't need to take a fight right now. They don't desperately need the stats. Just to, you know, just to go over to some stuff that we've mentioned many times before. And I might just be the lone survivor on the desk now, as I think LS...
I'm here.
He may have left us.
We got 2.5
In
minutes till the
spirit.
mountain.
Lost spirit.
Well, the even worse thing about completing Morello right now is there's no impending team fight.
Yeah,
So-
that's what I was saying, you know?
You're allocating gold towards an item that isn't really... You would be much better investing the gold into the Sorkpen boots, even at this point in time, because there's no healing to reduce anywhere. So, and the age-old argument is healing reduced versus excess damage dealt, and is you know, X greater than Y. And that's all that it really comes down to. So when the opponents have so much magic resistance, you can just sit on the Blasting Wand, eventually complete into Void Staff. At that point, I mean, additionally, they're all stacking HP to an extent. So Leandri's isn't even necessarily that bad, but there's really no reason to have the two mages invest 3,000 gold to get Grievous Wounds when Kalista could just pick up an Executioners. And with Runon's Hurricane, would apply it very often as well. But again, there's no healing, and I'm going to complain about this because this is one of the grossest spots I've seen in LCK this year.
You immediately, you know, went to take a picture the second you saw it.
I still have yet to make my Instagram account for it. Yeah.
Yeah, Morello.
As, well.
Okay, well, he's probably going to go Void Staff now, but it's a little bit late.
So with the money that he allocated towards Morel and Omicron, he could have already probably almost had Void Staff. Definitely maybe before this Mountain Dragon. At the very least, Orc Pen Boots with an Amp Tome.
Yeah.
Would have been there.
No denying that. That is for sure. You see the gold difference in the mid lane. That's actually towards the TF.
And yeah, a lot of what's keeping Hanwha alive in this right now is actually it's some of the CS score and Twisted Fate's passive. Because he has 50 CS over the Zoe, and when you factor in his passive, his die rolls on 322 CS, it's pretty nuts. That is what's making the gold score so close, but don't be fooled. They have an Infernal Dragon, which is super valuable, and they have double Mountain Drake, so 12% amp to all of these champions. That's several hundred gold for basically everyone, for free.
Yeah.
So, gold score for Afreeca, especially when you factor in team composition, it's probably more like 6,000. Would be maybe perhaps an accurate representation. Did he just teleport?
Well,
quite.
No, I'm not sure.
Yeah,
Here we go.
That. Okay, Destiny, Gate.
Trying to get on top of Fly, but he's got Cleanse.
And this is Soul. Kiin got level 16.
Yeah, here he comes with his teleport, and the knockup immediately comes in. They're going to get at least Lehends in the front line, but another follow-up hook here, and a double knockup comes in from the Nautilus. As this is not looking good for Hanwha Life. That's going to be another kill. A great True Shot barrage. But in will go Kiin. Finally finds his moment, and they're finally going to get Viper. Took a little while, but in the end, they're only going to lose the Nautilus for taking down 4 members of Hanwha Life.
Yeah, and that's going to be the game because Afreeca, they're going to move over. They're going to get the Mountain Soul, and that's going to be all she wrote. And, you know, you saw the team fight unfold there where Hanwha Life, they're trying to hold a Phalanx, but, like, Twisted Fate is thinking, why am I here? Leeson is wishing that he also had Lost Sensation and probably Deaf as well as his Lost Sight.
Okay.
As the team fight unfolded, but I just feel pretty bad as Hanwha Life, they meet their inevitable demise here. All the champions can't really do anything, and Afreeca are just so far ahead, they just plow right through them. They end up turret diving the mid-tier 2. They could have just easily turned around, gotten the soul if they want to play it super Captain Careful. But Kiin going in, slicing Maelstrom, that was a really insane Nautilus hook. Landing onto Viper as well. And now with 18% amp to all their stats, Death Cap finally picked up here by Zoe. Total damage to champions last team fight. Pretty good by Kennen and Kalista.
Yep, they do a lot of damage. Jayce and Ezreal do as well, but there's more resistances, more health, more of everything on the side of Afreeca. Now even more gold, which hasn't always been the case in this game. And effective gold, of course, as we mentioned, very far ahead. They're kind of baiting another fight here. They're just saying, okay, I mean, if you want to just run it down mid, we are fine to fight you. We're definitely not scared of fighting you now with Mountain Soul. They're going to find the Braum again, who is desperate to try to get out of this one. Mystic is going to get kicked away, but it just doesn't matter. They're going to dog them down again. And will Lava just ult out is my question. Yeah, oh, he's going to get denied too.
Oh, Penta?
That looks really unfortunate. Will we see another Penta?
Penta, maybe?
Oh, why? Why? He puts up the thumbs up too. It's like, yeah, buddy, no Pentas for you anymore. Lee Sin was really far away anyway. I don't think they would have gotten it, but...
Yeah, Lee would not have let them get it.
No.
And, well, it does look like they can just charge up mid lane here. They are pinging for the end. They do not have a teleport available to lock anything up, but, well, with the Mountain Soul Shields and the innate tankiness, I mean, DuDu's going to come up, he's going to run forward, Acceleration Gate, EQ, Shock Blast, do about 200 damage miss. Lehends pinned against the turret, not able to go anywhere, that's going to be it.
Yep. Viper, he's going to try to boost his damage stats here, and actually Afreeca are going to try to boost their KDA stats. They're going to get the 1, and they're not going to get Viper, it doesn't look like. As GG, that's going to be the end of Game 2. A very one-sided series going the way of Afreeca.